In the sleepy town of Harlan, Kentucky, a young college student named Cassidy Owens stumbled upon a mystery that would change her life forever. While digging through old police archives, she uncovered a hidden file that would lead her down a dark path of government secrets and supernatural occurrences. In 1997, 6 teenagers vanished without a trace, leaving behind only a cryptic message scrawled on a wall. The police were baffled and the case went cold. But Cassidy's discovery would reveal a sinister truth behind their disappearance. As Cassidy delved deeper into the mystery, she began to unravel the threads of a government experiment gone wrong. But the more she learned, the more she realized she was in over her head. Frank Reynolds, a former investigator, had always suspected the government's involvement in the missing 6 case. But as he got closer to the truth, he realized he was in grave danger. As Cassidy continued her search for the truth, she began to experience strange occurrences that would change her life forever. She was being watched and she knew it. Cassidy's dreams became more vivid, filled with the faces of the missing teenagers. But they weren't just dreams. They were trying to reach her, to warn her of the danger that lay ahead. Cassidy's search for answers led her to a hidden location deep in the Appalachian Mountains, where the government had conducted the experiments. She was getting close to the truth, but she wasn't prepared for what she would find. As Cassidy explored the abandoned facility, she uncovered the horrific truth behind the government's experiments. The missing 6 had been subjected to mind manipulation, forced into altered states of consciousness, and used to access the other side. The truth was more terrifying than Cassidy had ever imagined. The missing 6 had been transformed into conduits for something ancient, something unfathomable. And now, Cassidy herself was marked by the triangle symbol. Cassidy was no longer investigating a missing persons case. She was the last piece of the puzzle, the one who could either release them or stop them for good. The clock was ticking, and the truth was more terrifying than she ever imagined. As Cassidy tried to escape the facility, she realized she was being hunted. The government wasn't the only one interested in the experiment. The beings from the other side were aware of her presence, and they were waiting. Cassidy stood at the edge of a precipice, staring into the abyss. She was the last hope to stop the curse from spreading, but she wasn't sure if she could survive long enough to make a difference. As Cassidy looked up at the sky, she realized she was no longer alone. The beings from the other side were closing in, and she was the only one who could stop. Cassidy stood in front of the door, her heart pounding in her chest. She knew what lay beyond was the key to stopping the curse, but she wasn't sure if she was ready to face it. As Cassidy walked through the dark hallway, she felt the presence of the beings from the other side. They were closing in and she was running out of time. Cassidy had finally found the source of the curse, but she wasn't sure if she could stop it. The government's secrets were more sinister than she had ever imagined. As Cassidy looked at the computer screen, she realized the true extent of the government's experiments. They had unleashed a horror beyond human comprehension, and it was up to her to stop it. As Cassidy walked through the dark forest, she felt the presence of the beings from the other side. They were closing in and she was running out of time. Clapperboard, subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay updated on the latest thrilling mysteries, paranormal encounters, and journeys of self-discovery.